This is CBSSports.com's College Football 360. We come your way each and every day, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm Kevin Cork. Time now to check in with Jerry Palm. He's our BCS expert. And Jerry also tells us how the polls are all working this week. And Jerry, let me ask you, who's been a mover and who's been a shaker? As we look at the top 20, well, I guess we'll look at the top 10 with you. But, of course, I want to remind everybody you can always check out numbers 124 all the way through number 1 at our website, CBSSports.com. Jerry, first things first, the top 10. Any movers and shakers I need to know about?
Well, actually, it was kind of a quiet week in the top 10. Nobody lost. LSU struggled with Towson, and that caused them to drop one spot. I suppose the highest-ranked team to lose this week was Stanford on Thursday night, and that was probably just a matter of time anyway. I think that Stanford was probably overrated by being in the top 10, but that was really the only team that lost that was highly ranked this week.
Let me ask you about LSU. It seems like they keep having these interesting wins, but they're a bit more interesting, I think, than most people thought they would be.
Yeah, certainly you don't want an interesting win with Towson. I mean, just Auburn on the road is one thing, but Towson at home, I mean, if that's a game, it's only because, you make it a game. LSU makes it a game that they just weren't interested in playing, and it showed, and Towson was ready to go and shock the world. They weren't quite able to do it, but, that's two clunkers in a row for LSU, and I told you last week, after Auburn, that's not really anything to get concerned about because one game's not a trend. Well, two games can be a trend, and with the schedule that LSU has coming up with Florida, South Carolina, later on Alabama, this is a team that cannot afford any sort of a slump, even slumps that results in wins.
He's our rankings expert, Jerry Palm, joining us here on College Football 360 each and every week, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time is when we join you. Jerry always checks in with us to let us know what's happening in the top 10 as we take a look at your top 10 rankings. Oklahoma and Nebraska, former Big 12 foes, numbers 10 and 9. Notre Dame, number 8, sliding just a bit. West Virginia, an impressive victory, Jerry. They are up to numbers, actually slightly down to number 7. We have Oregon at number 6, LSU number 5. I want to really concentrate, Jerry, while we have you on your top 4. You have Florida State just a bit down, but Ohio State makes a nice leap up to number 3.
Yeah, Ohio State now, if you look at what's left on their schedule, they're probably going to be favored every time they take the field the rest of the way. They have a chance to finish with an undefeated season. For what good that does them, because they can't go to a bowl game. They can't win the national championship in the coaches poll. I suppose they could in the AP poll, but if Ohio State does manage to go undefeated, they'll probably celebrate the same way Auburn did that one year. I would think it was in the 80s when they went undefeated while they were on probation. Terry Bowden, I think, was the coach then. And they ended up in the top 5 of the AP poll, and Ohio State would probably get a similar reward.
Boy, what a bummer. I mean, obviously for the athletes, they're just thrilled that they have a great season, but it's a bummer for the fans because you'll always wonder what might have been. And a reminder, everybody, be sure to check us out each and every week right here on College Football 360 because we have the top 10 with Jerry Palm. And if you go to our website, you're going to find something very interesting and I think absolutely useful as well. We have the CBSSports.com 124. That's right. If you go to the site, you'll actually see it. And we go all the way from number 1, Alabama, Southern Cal, Florida, Florida State, etc. All those teams right here. Sure, you see Alabama's number 1. Followed by Southern Cal, Ohio State, Florida State, and LSU. But if you go all the way down the page, follow the mouse, all the way down, you see Cincinnati's checking in there at number 25. Well, if you keep following as I slide down a bit, you see numbers 126, or maybe make that 26 through 124. That's the best thing ever. You love college football. This is the place to go. You can find out who's doing what right here at CBSSports.com. Jerry, as always, thank you very much, and we appreciate that. And a reminder, everybody, stay connected with us here at College Football 360. We want you to like us on Facebook and to follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is @IonCFB. Jerry's back with his BCS projections next.